So this is kind of belated, but I wanted to circle back to the packing video I made about the Peace Corps in Ghana and kind of tell you what I wish I brought, what I'm glad I brought, and what I wish I did not bring. First off, you're allowed to bring 2 larger bags, 1 carry-on and 1 personal, but you need to watch out because some airlines have a 10-kilogram limit for carry-on, and they checked everyone's bag in our group, so we all had to reorganize, throw some stuff out, and it was a hassle. I'm so glad I brought the backpacking backpack. I used it for traveling around the country for a couple weeks at a time. It's great when you don't want to put your bag at the bottom of the bus with all the chickens and goats and you want to just keep it on your lap and you want to keep an eye on it. I also vacuum sealed all of my stuff, which saves so much space, especially my pillow. Pillows can be hard to find there, so I'm glad I brought mine. I didn't use my hiking boots, maybe just once. You can buy very heavy duty work boots there that will protect you from snakes. If you plan to run every day, bring at least 2 pairs of running shoes because they wear down very quick. And I brought a sheet. They are there, but they are a little expensive and also can be hard to find. So I used 1 sheet as a blanket and 1 sheet as a sheet because it never gets very cold. You can also use a 2-yard, which is 2 yards of local fabric, as a blanket or towel. And I did that when I was traveling, but when I was at site, I had a microfiber towel, which dried very fast and was easy to clean. I do wish I brought a sleeping bag liner to sleep with when traveling. I brought definitely way too many clothes. You can get clothes made there, but it is very hard to find comfy exercise clothing. And when you hand wash with their soap, it wears down the clothing very fast. You get a lot of holes. So I would bring extra leggings, comfy clothing that can be kind of hard to find there. The packing list says that women must wear dresses or skirts unless you are doing manual labor or exercising, but this is usually not the case. Pants are usually always fine in most areas. You just can't wear anything that is above your knee. I'm so glad I brought my yoga mat. You can get one there, I think, but they're hard to find. It takes up a lot of room, but it's light. Paracord and mirrors are everywhere there, so you do not need to bring it. You're expected to give your host family a gift at the end of training, and so I brought a photo album and filled it with printed photos of us. You can buy something in Ghana, but it's a little more personal. The money belt was very helpful when traveling. The hammock is going to depend on your site. I only used mine when I was traveling. Sleeping pad was the best thing I brought. I used it every time I went to another volunteer's site, but I do wish I brought a camping pillow. Non-stick pan and good knife was great. Good kitchen supplies is expensive, and non-stick can be hard to find. I do wish I brought more spices. The spices we use are only in the bigger grocery stores in large cities and are pretty expensive. Bring good vitamins. Your diet will lack many nutrients, and the Peace Corps is only going to give you prenatal vitamins and sometimes probiotics. It's especially hard to get protein and iron there. I didn't use my water filter. The Peace Corps provides you with a very large one, but I'm glad I brought my bottle cleaning tablets. They sell Tupperware, notebooks, and gloves everywhere, so you do not need to bring any. I didn't use my umbrella. Instead, I used waterproof pants and jacket when it rained. I'm very glad I brought a multi-tool and duct tape. It was very useful. Make sure your phone is unlocked. If you are still paying it off, it probably isn't. Verizon said mine was, but it wasn't, so I had to buy a new phone in country, which wasn't too expensive, but it was a little janky and couldn't download apps. Bring a G adapter. It is used everywhere. The D adapter isn't used in most areas, maybe 1% of Ghana, and mostly fancy hotels. Bring a good surge protector. There, the voltage is 220/240 instead of 110/120. Our Apple Squares and Mac chargers automatically convert the voltage, but you don't want to plug your phone into the outlets directly because it can fry it. So instead, I use my rechargeable battery and then plug my phone through that. Your laptop may shock you because the voltage is so high, especially if you are barefoot on concrete floors. Bring extra of every cord: laptop, phone, headphones. It is very hard to find reliable replacements there, and they can be very expensive. A hard drive is essential for sharing media and keeping files. Partition it to both Mac and PC so you can put it on other people's devices and grab their media. I recommend bringing a GoPro or other camera. If you do, bring extra memory cards. Bring a laptop. It is very needed, and sub offices can be very hard to get to and are very far away often. Dust is very common there, so have a keyboard and laptop cover. I brought the Voltaic solar charger, and it worked, but none of the adapters did. I was only able to plug a USB into it. There are many outages there, especially during the dry season, so it's helpful to have a solar charger, but make sure to get one where all the adapters work because I couldn't plug my computer or camera into it. There is electricity at almost every site in Ghana. I do wish I brought a solar light, but I'm glad I brought a good flashlight and headlamp. You are going to be charged a small fee for all the packages you get, and if they open it and realize there's something expensive in it, they're going to charge you possibly hundreds of cedi, which is the Ghanaian currency. If you need anything expensive sent, like electronics, wrap it like a gift or hide it in tampon boxes. I recommend pepper spray as a woman. The Peace Corps recommends bringing OB tampons because they are very small and don't have much waste, but they do not work that well. They said bring 3 months of birth control at the start, but I would bring more because they ran out of birth control. So some people had to go a couple more months without it. Bring some good sunscreen. I didn't have any luck with the ones they provided. I still burned a ton. And I also recommend bringing your own essential oils. They help keep the bugs away, and you can add them to some oils and lotions you make. I would also bring an electric toothbrush because dental treatment is not great in Ghana. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and feel free to drop any comments or questions you have below. Thanks.